नमस्कार। भारत के इस 12वें अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म समारोह में मैं शीला चमन आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ। हमें खुशी है कि आज के इस मौके पर हमारे बीच आपके और हम सब के जाने माने ताबिंदा प्रोड्यूसर्स, ताबिंदा सितारे, डायरेक्टर्स इस महफिल में मौजूद होकर चार चांद लगा रहे हैं। इस महफिल का क्या कहना, ये महफिल है फ़नकारों की, आगाज़ इसी महफिल से हुई तहज़ीब हसीन बहारों की। दोस्तों, हिंदुस्तान और विदेश के भी कुछ जगमगाते ज़िंदा सितारे इस महफिल में मौजूद हैं और इस मंच पर हम आज भारत के कुछ टिमटिमाते सितारे आपके सम्मुख पेश करेंगे। And ladies and gentlemen, presenting this galaxy of live stars before you tonight will be our very own Indian international star, having made a comeback to India, Kabir Bedi.
Thank you, Sheila. Honorable Ministers, distinguished delegates and guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 12th International Film Festival of India. This festival marches to the beat of a different drummer. For the first time, this festival is non-competitive. And in an age when nations are cooperating and peace seems to be breaking out all over the world, it is perhaps better that filmmakers meet in a spirit not of competition, but of cooperation. In this most collaborative of arts, we understand the need for cooperation. We are all united by our love of cinema and by the magic of cinema. Cinema, like magic, is illusion. In its very basic elements, it is a trick played upon the human eye, whereby the human eye, seeing a succession of static images on a screen, believes it to be movement. Beyond that, in a very real sense, cinema is magical in the way it communicates. From the living membrane of the screen, ideas flow forth from the past to the present, from the maker to the audience. And in fact, from the mind of one into the minds of many. Cinema has a magical way of multiplying itself, for it can truly be said that when a man makes a film, he is making many films. In fact, as many films as the number of people that choose to see that film. Because each one of us takes a film and filters it through our own perceptions, our own ideas and values, and gives each film our own special meaning. But the most magical thing about cinema is its communication of ideas, its search for ideas. Cinema is a relentless search for ideas that seduce intellectually, emotionally, and in ways that affect us very deeply. And that is what this film festival is dedicated to. Facilitating the transmission of ideas between filmmakers and film actors and people in all branches of film from around the world. And on that note, I would like to welcome Mrs. Urmila Gupta, the director of the festival, and ask her to give the welcoming address. Mrs. Urmila Gupta.
Namaskar. Excellencies and friends, it is my privilege to introduce first of all and welcome our chief guest for the evening, Mr. L.V. Prasad, the Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Shri Bhagat Ji, Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Shri Bhagat Ji, Shri G.K. Arora, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Shri Ramesh Prasad Ji, President of the Film Federation of India, and Shri B.K. Karanjia, Chairman of the National Film Development Corporation. Friends, it is my privilege also to welcome all of you gathered here this evening to celebrate the opening of the 12th International Film Festival of India. Since the last International Film Festival was held in Trivandrum exactly 1 year ago, we at the Directorate of Film Festivals have made our best efforts to assemble for you a package of films representing different trends in recent cinematic productions from all over the world. The festival this year has attracted entries from over 45 countries. Besides the main section, Cinema of the World, this year we have a special focus on Chinese cinema. We are also honored to have with us here a delegation of film personalities from China. In addition to this focus, in our foreign retrospective section particularly, we are privileged to present works of the British filmmaker John Schlesinger, as well as Vera Chytilova of Czechoslovakia and Liena Wertmüller from Italy. We're indeed fortunate to have Mr. John Schlesinger here with us this evening. For those interested in the works of the early masters, we are presenting some films by the great German filmmaker Fritz Lang. Besides this, of course, the Indian cinema section reflects the richness and creativity of all our regional film industries. Our purpose will be served if we have succeeded in offering you both quality and diversity in this opportunity to sample some works from the wonderful kaleidoscope of the world of films. I would here like to add a special word of welcome for our distinguished film delegations and delegates who have come from various parts of our own country and also from abroad to attend this festival. This feast of films is now set. The banquet is laid before you. It is for you now to taste, to sample, to savor, and to judge. It gives me great pleasure once again to welcome you all, excellencies and friends, to this inaugural function of the 12th International Film Festival of India. Thank you.
Lighting the lamp. Light being the most basic unit of cinema, the act of lighting the lamp is a very special act. Not just the traditional Indian offering of a diya, but the very basis of all light. Helping us to light the lamp this evening is India's most distinguished actress, Dimple Kapadia. Spanning an extensive career that began with Bobby down to her latest hit, Zakhmi Aurat, and many others, she has blazed a trail for herself that would be the envy of most actresses and stands today at the pinnacle of her acting excellence. And we are honored and proud that she is with us today. To light the lamp, I'm going to call upon a remarkable gentleman who began his career as an actor in Bombay and went on to become the foremost producer of Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu films, Mr. L.V. Prasad, our chief guest. Mr. L.V. Prasad is You see, visuals are very important even in cinema and in photography. So we must make time out for this to commemorate a very special moment of a very special occasion. Mr. L.V. Prasad has been a legend in his lifetime. His pursuit of excellence was not limited just to filmmaking, but he set up the foremost film processing lab in South Asia, Prasad Labs. His being here among us has made this an extra special occasion. Thank you for being with us, Prasad ji. I would now like to call upon the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, the Honorable H.K. Bhagat, to please come and give the inaugural address of this film festival. Shri H.K. Bhagat.
Honorable guests, excellencies, and friends, I am very happy that His Excellency Mr. Kamshalov, Chairman State Committee of the Cinematography, USSR, who is the Soviet Minister for Cinema, is here with us this evening as the head of the distinguished film delegation from the Soviet Union. I extend to him and the members of his delegation a warm welcome. I extend a personal welcome to the distinguished delegates who have come from many countries to participate in this festival. I would in particularly like to welcome Mr. John Schlenger and Mrs. Vera Chitalava, whose retrospectives are being shown during the festival. I extend a very warm welcome to the galaxy of other film personalities from abroad and India who are here this evening to attend the inaugural ceremony. Friends, the lamp has been lit. Lighting of the lamp is imbued with deep symbolic significance in our culture. The glow of the lamp is symbolic of the spread of understanding and knowledge. And this is what, among other things, an international film festival seeks to achieve. International film festivals promote cultural exchanges and understanding, leading to the strengthening of friendship amongst nations. The world is gradually becoming a global village, and this process of integration of humanity into one big family has been speeded up enormously over the last century. Perhaps more than any other single factor, it is our vastly enhanced success to the moving image and instant impact that this creates, which has helped peoples of various countries understand each other better with every passing year. Indeed, our motto for the Indian International Film Festival is expressed in the two Sanskrit words, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, meaning that the world is one family. This is the widest significance of these festivals, and our festival is designed to serve the same larger purpose. At another level, political role in bringing about change and improvement in the standards of cinema internationally. The exposure such festivals provide to a whole variety of cinematic skills from various countries gives a valuable insight into the art of filmmaking, both cinematically and technically. We all have to learn a great deal from this, but it is the filmmaker who perhaps derives the maximum benefit from such international film festivals. It is not only through the viewing of the films that cultural cross-fertilization takes place, but also through the opportunity such for exchange of information and experience of the personal level between filmmakers and film personalities from various parts of the world. A film as an expression of a specific culture in a historical setting. A great film manages to transcend its cultural context and speak a universal language. We look forward to viewing the best films being produced across the world. Though products of different cultural traditions, They tell the story of human striving for peace, harmony, and for fulfillment of the true human destination. The Indian festival will provide an opportunity for our filmmakers to study the present-day trends and to reflect on innovative techniques and the new themes that world cinema unfolds before us. We have a vibrant film industry in India. It has completed 75 years of prolific creative activity from time of Dada Saab Phalke's pioneer production of Raja Harishchandra in 1913. This period has witnessed phenomenal growth and flowering of Indian cinema as an art form and a medium of mass entertainment. The industry used this powerful medium for furthering the cause of the independence of our country. It has lent its powerful voice to all major issues of national and social concerns. It has entertained millions in this country day after day and also mirrored their aspirations, their joys and sorrows. The industry has produced several legendary figures as filmmakers and artists. This is a record we take great pride in. I have no doubt that the industry has an equally bright future, notwithstanding some present problems and difficulties. It would have been noticed that we have changed the format of this festival by dropping the competitive section. This was done on the advice of very distinguished filmmakers and other knowledgeable persons of the medium in order to attract for viewing during the festival the very best of the international films. The decision has been widely welcomed. We shall keep the matter under review and consider the timing of a changeover to the competitive format in the light of our experience. In order to improve market opportunities for foreign films of good quality in India, the film import policy was revised during 1988. The new import policy is designed to encourage import of good films. The procedural requirements have also been simplified. I understand that the new policy, with its emphasis on giving preference to festival films, has already evoked a good response. I also understand that it has encouraged entry of quality films in the festival this year. I am sure that this trend will persist and we will be able to see good foreign films to India from all parts of the world. As I have mentioned earlier, these festivals bring us together, not only in the passive act of watching each other's films, but also provide us opportunities of interaction at the personal level. I hope this interaction at the personal level between the filmmakers and the film artists from our country and our guests from abroad will prove productive and stimulate both groups in their creative endeavor. I would also hope that this would provide an opportunity for our filmmakers and their counterparts from outside to plan co-productions. This can be a very fruitful area of cooperation as our country provides a variety of scenic spots for filming with sophisticated technical skills and equipment for production and post-production work. We live in a fast-changing world. As nations develop and progress, we all seek to live together in peace and harmony. I feel sincerely that filmmakers would help promote good, just, humane values and should abjure senseless projection of violence and hatred. The tremendously powerful medium of film should be used to build a juster and saner world. Here we look to the great filmmakers of the world to lead the way and show us the light. I am sure that without sacrificing your artistic values or your desire to entertain people, you can make films that enhance human consciousness and help the struggle for a world free from violence and hatred have been eliminated. During the next fortnight, we shall have a feast of world cinema to see and savor. I welcome you all, our guests, and I wish you all a very happy viewing. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhagatji. I would now like to call upon Mr. Ramesh Prasad, President of the Film Federation of India, to say a few words on behalf of the Indian film industry. Mr. Ramesh Prasad.
Mr. L.V. Prasad, my father and chief guest of this evening, Honorable Minister for Information Broadcasting, Shri H.K.L. Bhagat, Shri Gopi Arora, Secretary, Information Broadcasting, Shri B.K. Karanjia, Chairman, National Film Development Corporation, Srimati Urmila Gupta, Director, Film Festival, respected delegates from our country and abroad, members of the press and friends. Film Federation of India, as popularly known as FFI, is an apex body of film industry, and it has a customary pleasure of acting as a coordinator and liaising link between the government and the industry in connection with the festival of this nature. Though the current festival is on non-competitive basis, it is decided that the findings of the committee set up at the instance of the Film Advisory Committee shall be considered in conducting the future festivals. Friends, for the film industry, this is a very special year as it is the Platinum Jubilee year of the industry and marks a major landmark in the long journey from its inception in 1913. It seems to me essential to stress on this occasion a significant fact about the film industry which is not known to many. The film industry in this country is perhaps the only industry which is self-made and self-supported. During the last 10 years, the industry survival was being threatened by the video and television. While technological developments cannot be shut off, it is unfortunate that in encouraging such developments, our government had failed to note the disastrous effect upon the film industry. Many representations were made on behalf of the industry, and maybe, perhaps, it is in recognition of this that our Honorable Minister had recently announced to set up a committee to go into working of film industry. I hope the committee will be properly manned with meaningful representations from the film industry and will have the distinction of being the only committee which worked purposefully and whose recommendations were studied, debated, and decided upon and acted upon without delay. This has not been the case with the earlier committees set up, and the industry hopes that the future of the industry will entirely depend on the new findings of this committee. I take this opportunity of thanking the Directorate of Film Festivals, having given me this opportunity to say a few words, and I, on behalf of the industry, as the President of Film Federation, wish this 12th International Film Festival of India a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasadji. I would like to call upon Mr. Gopi Arora, Secretary, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, to deliver the vote of thanks. So a round of applause. Thank you.
Should I lower it a bit? Shri L.V. Prasad, the Chief Guest, Honorable the Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Shri H.K.L. Bhagat, Shri Ramesh Prasad, Shri Karanjia, Srimati Urmila Gupta, distinguished film personalities from India and abroad, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. If one is born with talent, it's a privilege. But if one is not so fortunate, hope is not lost. One can slog for it and hope it will come by. It occasionally does. But if you do not have the good fortune of either having those special genes or having the stamina for hard work, you still can acquire privilege by being in the right place and at the right time. I happen to be that sort of person in that kind of situation. I have the task of giving thanks, and it is a special privilege for me. I would like to thank, first of all, Excellency Mr. Kamshilov, the chairman of the State Committee of the USSR for Cinematography, and his distinguished delegation. We are honored that Mr. L.V. Prasad is our chief guest tonight. He has made box office history, but that's not so important as the fact that Mr. Prasad has upheld highest cinematic values in his work. We also have his distinguished son, Mr. Ramesh Prasad, who represents the Indian film industry. And of course, he has laid before the House here tonight the complaints and the grievances of the film industry. We can assure him that on behalf of our ministry, that we shall try to do whatever we can to strengthen Indian cinema. I'd also like to thank Shri V.K. Karanjia, Chairman of the National Film Development Corporation, who has played a major role in helping the movement for good cinema, both as a journalist and as the chairman of the Film Development Corporation. Our special thanks are due to Ms. Dimple Kapadia and Shri L.V. Prasad for lighting the lamp this evening and flagging off the festival. The distinguished film personalities from India and abroad who have come to be with us on the occasion of the film festival have a special word of thanks from us, because their presence has made this festival a great draw. But more than anyone else, I would like to thank our distinguished guests who are here this evening, who will view these films, and many more outside who could not come this evening, but who shall be watching day after day, evening after evening, the fare this festival has to offer. Over the next 2 weeks, there'll be opportunity to watch over 100 films, countless variations of the moving image and sound is the word made flesh, as it were. Every film is a statement on the human condition, trite, frivolous, or profound. You shall have the opportunity to judge over the next 2 weeks whether the filmmaker has offered, in the words of my famous young friend, Mr. Kumar Shani, myths for sale, or he has opened a window on reality. Because it is for you that this film festival has been arranged, and you will judge whether it is success or failure. We shall try to do our best. Thank you very much.